In my last video, I said my next video would cover calls to police and reports that were filed. I'm still working to put all that together. So in the meantime, I'm going to look at a few other things that have been floated in recent days. The first thing is something discussed by a creator named and Flagenborg, and she believes that Mica was misdiagnosed as bipolar. She implies the multiple doctors who treated Mica all missed the mark and should have been looking at family history, suggesting that Mica may have instead had an autoimmune disease since her mother, Angelita, suffers from fibromyalgia. I don't blame her for asking questions. That's the path to finding the truth. But when you ask those questions, you also have to dive in and look for the answers to those questions. So that's what we're going to do. Let's first look at that family history. According to recently released medical records, Mica told her doctors that her mother had been diagnosed as bipolar, as well as having been addicted to pills. Many are in denial of the legitimacy of those records, however. So let's dive deeper. In a Facebook post from February 2022, Angelita posted to a Facebook group for poodle parents that she was struggling to get over the loss of her poodle and asked if it could be her, quote, unipolar depression. This requires a medical diagnosis. So apparently Angelita has been diagnosed with depression. That means there is, in fact, mental illness in the family. Now, suffering a debilitating illness can certainly cause depression. But did you know that autoimmune diseases can also be secondary to depression as well? Now, let's dig a little bit deeper, shall we? In the following video, Mica explains how she watched her mother lie in bed and wither away and gain weight for years and nearly grow into her bed. She didn't say this was from a debilitating autoimmune disease, but referred to it as a bipolar episode.
Did your mom ever have episodes like this? Do you ever remember that?
She laid in bed for years. Years. She laid in bed and we watched her literally wither away and gain weight and almost grow into her bed. She laid there that long. So yes, I have seen my mother fall very low. I've seen her go very high. She started selling timeshare at Blue Green just like me. She eventually phased out of it and now moved back to Kansas and lives with her parents. Yes, my parents do have bipolar episodes.
These details are coming directly from Mica. Are we to disregard her recollections of her childhood just so it doesn't disrupt our narrative? If so, let's dive even deeper. In 2023, Angelita shared in a Facebook group that her former husband of 8 years had divorced her due to her illness. She said he told her, quote, "You're too sick and life's too short." That would have been Michael Honeycutt. Her children appear to still have a very close relationship with him. This leaves me with a big question. Mica's family has claimed that her moving out at 17 was due to John Paul's influence over her. However, it seems plausible that she may have been tired of watching her mother live that way as well. Having a parent living with depression can be hard for their children after all. Again, none of this is to blame or shame Angelita. She was doing the best she could. Mental illness is devastating, not only for the person living with it, but for those who love them. Since the family history was brought up, it was necessary to go down this path. Thanks for watching. See you soon.